Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be looking at 5 different extremely influential mods that have made their way to SnowRunner over time. And not only are we going to be taking a look at the mods themselves, but we're going to be taking a look at the evolution between a lot of these mods and how they drive and how they function. Now, before going any further, the one we're in right now is the 2017 L400 by Limes. Now, this truck has always been a big part of the modding community, and it was a massive hit when it first dropped. Now, obviously, this truck hasn't been updated in quite a while, but Limes has actually recently returned to modding and recently returned to modding development, so who knows what we may be able to see from Limes in the near future. Now, with the way this truck drives, though, let's fire it up and take it for a quick drive to familiarize some of you guys with how this truck works. And also, just for y'all's information, we are on the brand new Phase 8 first map in the 4-map region. So let's go ahead and make our way out of the garage, and God, this thing is so gnarly. Like, you forget how insanely capable and fast Limes trucks are, especially if you haven't driven them in quite a while. Because I'm literally just, oh my God, bro, this thing is silly. It's nuts. Look at that. You literally roll into the throttle in high, and the entire back end of the truck just squats down and goes. It's nuts. Now, the 2017 L400 was an evolution of the original L400, which we'll be looking at a little bit later on in the video. And then in between, I believe it came out in between the first L400 and the 2017 L400, there was also the OBS L400. And the OBS L400 was basically Lime's own interpretation of an OBS 4. Now, what I would love to see is, of course, I think it would be amazing to see updated versions of all of these. I'm not sure if Limes is going to do updated versions of all of them, but it would be really incredible to see, especially on, basically for, like, players on either next-gen consoles or even potentially players on Switch when the mods for Switch eventually become a reality. Now, I know that some people are saying, oh, mods on Switch are a myth, and the developers actually recently stated that they would like to have mods on Switch functioning before the end of the year, but they didn't make any promises to that specific end. So we'll see what happens. I am a little bit back and forth about them, but I am hopeful. The only thing that I can imagine is that maybe the developers themselves haven't been as much of a holdback in terms of Switch mods as maybe, you know, Nintendo themselves. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Now, if we take this back road, which I've never actually taken before, as we do a little bit of exploration on this map, let's see, we got some more drills back here, we got some more, like, sunflower fields back here, also a little back road that seems to run in between some of the farms, and also, what is this? Yo, we got a task? Yo, caution hot. There's a big food order waiting for us just down past the train station, but our car can't really pick up something that heavy. Could you give us a hand? Let's see, can even promise you a bit extra if you make it quick enough. Interesting. So it's a supply trailer delivered to the oil pumps, a supplies trailer. Neat. I would definitely be down to pick that up. But not only am I down to pick that up, I'm going to go ahead and accept it, start tracking it, then back it up, shut the truck down, and then go back to the garage and grab the next truck on our list, with that truck being the original L400. Now, the original L400 is a very, it's honestly a very well-regarded truck in the history of SnowRunner, and the reason why I feel like it's such a well-regarded truck is because I think this truck was a lot of firsts in the game, right? This truck was a lot of firsts for Limes as a mod creator. This truck was a lot of firsts for a lot of things. Now, let's see. Special delivery. Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait. Special delivery is a different task. Yeah, okay, so where is the trailer that they need us to pick up? It's down there? All right, so basically what we got to do is we got to get on the train tracks, follow the train tracks down, and we should be able to pick that up. So let's see. Whoa! Let's go ahead and just give it the beans, because I feel like whenever you drive the L400, giving it the beans is absolutely necessary. It's like the first thing you have to do. Now, one of the things that I always loved about the L400 was I feel like it introduced a new gameplay style into SnowRunner. And not necessarily like a totally new gameplay style, but it introduced that style of just absolute full sendage all the time that I think a lot of players came to know and love. Although, this truck, oh, what? That is totally a farmable field. Bro, yo, that's so sick. We need to actually come back and mess around with that a little bit later on. But one of the things that I think this truck really did a great job of introducing is, again, that very full send-oriented gameplay style. And when you're talking about full send-oriented gameplay styles, there's really no other truck that comes to mind more than the original L400. Now, granted, obviously, there are plenty of other trucks that suit that gameplay style, but for those of you that like to go full send all the time, the entire L400 series of trucks really caters to that gameplay style. Now, let me make sure I'm going the right... I am not going the right way. I know that there are many people out there in the community that do not like these types of trucks. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of people that dislike these types of trucks because, you know, I've seen a lot of the... Whoa! A lot of the people in the community that have said, like, well, these types of trucks ruin the game, these types of trucks ruin the balance, and to that I say, you know, if you don't like these types of trucks, just simply don't use them. All right, easy. Whoa. God, this thing is delightful. I haven't used this truck in so long, and the smile on my face should absolutely be an indication of why trucks like this are so incredibly fun. Now, let's make our way down around the... Whoa, God. Come on. Will you just... Thank you. I'm like, will you please... There we go. All right. Now, I didn't mean to, like, shove that trailer into the woods, but, hey, you know what? If that's the way it's gonna be, then so be it. All right, supplies. Down to the oil pump, I believe? Or oil pumps. Where are the oil pumps? Okay, so they're right there. So basically, we have to go right back the way we came, providing that we don't flip this trailer over and dump all the cargo off of it. Now, I don't know if that particular cargo is flippable, but I would really rather not find out the hard way, because if I find out the hard way, things are not gonna be, it's not gonna be a delightful ordeal, that's for dang sure. Okay, so we seem to be going back the right way at the moment. Don't hook the side, please. All right, thank you. Let me do a quick little check-in with where we need to be going. Okay, yep, we're gonna go back this way. We're gonna ignore that because both the truck... We're gonna ignore the roads because both the truck and the trailer have better traction off-road. As bad as that sounds, they do. Because, again, remember, pavement is ice in terms of what SnowRunner believes about pavement. Yeah, dry pavement during summer? Oh, bro, that stuff is ice. At least according to SnowRunner logic. All right, across the ditch. Thank you. Oh, God. Easy, 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 easy. Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Okay, I was about to be headed, like, straight for the trees. I'm like, please don't. Please don't completely ruin this haul. But, like, again, this is that type of gameplay that probably made a lot of people upset, like, way back when these trucks first came out. But I think they're just hilarious, like, because you can literally just yeet them everywhere. All right, hey, there's the 2017 L400. And boom, that's just what we needed. Some of it is still hot, huh? Here, take it. Got it. All right. Wait, new task on what available? Whoa, hold on. New tasks on, did it say Crossroads? Interesting. Oh, so that unlocked more tasks. Gotcha. Now, back to the garage we go for our next vehicle in this list. And again, I'm sure some of you can imagine what it's going to be because it is the L400 OBS, or the OBS L400. We're not going to spend a ton of time in this truck, but the cool thing about this truck is that I think it struck a nice balance between, you know, obviously you can set these trucks up however you want to set them up, and there is a baseline tune. If you really want to go for a more kind of vanilla-focused, vanilla-catered gameplay style, that is, believe it or not, an option in the OBS L400 and the other L400 series trucks. But I think this one in particular, I remember when this truck first came out because I used this truck before it dropped, and I remember when this truck dropped, it made a huge impact on the community because it was one of the first trucks of this body style, and man, when it dropped, especially because of the fact that it was console friendly, people were like, you have got to be kidding me. Someone actually made an OBS Ford that is console friendly and has the ability to set it up from basically vanilla-ish to fully over-the-top crazy. There's not much that you can imagine that would be like, even cooler that would be in between on that. You know what I mean? Like, there are not many truck options that fit the approach that this truck has. And I know that I didn't spend a ton of time in it, but God, it was one of my favorites, and it still is one of my favorites. And I think an updated version of this thing would be incredible to see. But before we spend too much time on that, there's one other truck that, or I should say two other trucks, but there are trucks that we haven't shown yet that I think amp up the size a little bit. Now, this truck, Frog's Monstrosity, is obviously made by a different mod creator. I know that all the trucks we've shown so far in this video have been made by Limes, but this truck inspired a lot of other trucks, and I think is not quite directly responsible for the Megabus, but I think it's definitely responsible for starting that like, enormous vehicle craze. I mean, if we park this thing next to the two new tractors, look how enormous it is. It's way bigger than the other two tractors. Like, the two brand new tractors, this can drive on top of them like it's absolutely nothing. And I think, you know, what's interesting about it is that I expected more vehicles to kind of, like, follow suit with this thing. Because, yeah, it's cartoony, it's silly, it's over the top in every way. But at the same time, I think there's something to be said for that. You know, it allows you to have your serious gameplay in other trucks, other rigs, other semi-trucks, whatever you want to use. And then if you want to just relax and use something absolutely over the top, you can use this, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then once you're done with that and you think, wait a minute, I need something bigger. That's too small for me. That's when you go into the garage and grab the Megabus. Because the Megabus, especially when you raise the suspension into the max height mode, I mean, this thing, while it may not be as long as the Monstrosity, is every last bit as enormous. Now, let's see, I'm probably going to have to leave the garage area the same way I left in the Monstrosity, because there's a little bit of a ramp over here that I can use to hop up on top of these buildings, but there we go. Nice and easy. Or actually a little bit stuck. Come on. Thank you. And I think that at the end of the day, you know, when you're looking at mods that have been extremely influential over the course of this game, I don't know if there's been any mod that has been more influential or more well-known than the... Now, granted, obviously, in subscriber numbers, there are mods that have been more subscribed than the Megabus, but in terms of just overall, influence and just pure recognizability, people know this thing, and I think that's for good reason, because look at it. Especially look at it in comparison to these tractors. It's so incredibly enormous that you don't really even need an introduction for it. You never did. You never did need an introduction for it, and I think there really is good reason for that. Now, if you guys have any mods that you would like me to show in my next video, make sure to leave the names of those mods in the comment section down below. This video was a lot to do with Lime's mods, but I'm always down to cover other mods and other mod creators. So, with that being said and done, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to once again leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments, hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to you all later, and hope you guys enjoyed.